panicking. Just had my first mental breakdown, called my mom. Because this is big stuff. This is like, with every single moment I feel like it's hitting that we're moving. Something about landing and realizing that I'm about to leave Tampa really got me. So, good news. I got the penthouse. I'm just kidding. 5:44. But I am on the very top floor. So, call it what you want. I am just so flipping nervous. My phone is dead. So, like, I don't even feel real right now, is the easiest way to explain this. These suitcases. So I only have a certain amount of time till I have to go to my first meeting. Also my first ever work trip. So let's talk about it. Obviously a lot of things have changed within the past few months, 6 months. As you guys know, I lost my job a while back, right? Lost my dream job. I loved working at this music studio. It was so fun. Well, after that, I was unemployed for about 6 months. Took whatever job I could get. And sadly, actually, I don't want to say sadly, because at this point, it was all good. Public relations and content marketing specialist. It was at this medical sales company. And I thought, okay, this is going to be great. I was there for a year and a half. And my mental health had never been worse. Like, I'd been called stupid. I was having to do a lot of things that, like, ethically just did not feel right to me. I could tell that they kind of felt the same way. Like, we both just knew that this was not working. I wrote a blog. I finished it. They said that they didn't want me to post it. And I asked, oh, okay, like, can I ask why? I just want to have, like, updates. Just so I can, like, know why I'm not posting it. And I was told that it's not working out. With that being said, I lost that job. And it was honestly a blessing in disguise. But I really was not, and still am not allowed to talk about it. I just don't know if I care that much. I had to sign an NDA to not, like, talk about everything that happened there. So it was a blessing in disguise that I lost that job. Honestly, I've been looking for a while and I wasn't happy. I just really don't know how to let things go. It's a big problem with me. Made sense overall. But I didn't realize that the job market was gonna, oh my stuff. Can you see this? All my stuff. My fucking setting powder exploded. I don't have time for this. Back to business. I didn't realize the job market was gonna be so bad. Like, I had no idea. Didn't think I was, I mean, of course, right? You never have any idea. But thankfully I did get paid and I was essentially on payroll, had benefits, everything until February. Like I said, they did not want me to say anything. And if they're watching this, I feel like it's long enough. I'm not saying the name. I think I'm okay. But I will look back. I think it was all part of the process, right? Which gets me to this point. At this point of me not really loving this job, whatever, my boyfriend gets a call about business opening up here, a restaurant, and wanting him to be the GM, to help create the menu, to, like, manage all these things. The goal is to make this place a Michelin star, you know, maybe expand the business as we go, making other kind of jobs, like, just like a big opportunity growth for him. And he's always tried to figure out, like, what exactly he wants to do. I only took that call because, yeah, I hated my job. Like, I just was not enjoying myself. Well, either way, lose my job. But I'm like, you know what? Let's still, like, look at jobs. Like, we'll see what we can do. Because at this point, like, he had a job that he was loving, but it didn't have stability. So I literally applied for over 200 jobs. I had so many interviews, and I would get to the very last stage, and it was always just like, they would ghost me. This was like a whole entire, like, situation. And I just finally was like, I'm over it. Like, I want to get a job, you know? But again, I'm like, whatever. So this job offer took me 2 months to get a job offer, okay? I've been talking with these people. I interviewed with them in December. I didn't get the job offer until March because they were busy. That's how long I waited for them, which whatever, fine, that's on me, I guess, for waiting. And I didn't wait, I still was applying for jobs out the ass, but somehow I had the availability at that point. But then once I got the job offer, like they had asked me how much I needed to make in the interview, and I told them, and they were like, okay, that's perfect. I had 3 more interviews after that. Then whenever I got offered the job, they made it seem like there was no way, and they were gonna pay me half of that. I still was going to take it, mind you. But I was like, you know what? I'll wait till I get the paperwork. Never got the paperwork. So a day before I was about to start, I'm like, hey, I can't do this. Like, I was getting more anxiety about doing that than anything else. So at this point, I finally applied for unemployment. I did that on Valentine's Day this year, my favorite holiday. I applied for unemployment, and then I am still searching. I finally figure out that, okay, I'm gonna try to do some freelancing, kind of like content creator jobs. So I am a social media manager, marketer, whatever the hell you wanna call it. Actually, you know what? I had the title marketing manager and CMO and PM, which if you knew the situation, it wasn't that. Whatever, either way, took the title. And I did that for a couple months, but I was told that it was gonna be full-time. I'm like, okay, that'd be good. Like, maybe I don't do just contract work, like, or maybe I don't do freelancing, like this is a full-time opportunity. Then I get told that they don't have enough money, they need to make me a contract worker until summer. So I take this. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'm doing a contract role. I don't hear anything about getting it full-time. Also, I don't have a computer, so I'm trying to use my iPad, and I'm just like, I needed benefits. Like, that's something else too. That's something that you don't think about. Like, I turned 26, and like, that has to be a thought in your mind is, do you guys have benefits? I know that's easy, and that's like, not easy, but I know that that's obvious, but for me, it just wasn't. And so I just was like really struggling. I had to cancel my workout classes that like helped my mental health. I had to cancel therapy or pay for it out of pocket. It just was a lot that happened at one point. And so at this point, you know, my boyfriend still is like enjoying his job. So we're not sure what we're gonna do about moving to St. Louis. And then his company goes under due to financial, and he is like, what the hell? Okay, at this point, I feel like this is a sign. And so I'm like, I don't know. I tell my family about it. They cry. They're like, okay, well, maybe you should at least apply for a job in St. Louis. Like, at this point, I'm applying for jobs everywhere. Applying for jobs in Phoenix. I'm applying for jobs in DC. I am literally just looking for anything and anything. Like, I'm just trying to get a job at this point, right? So I apply for one job in St. Louis. I get an interview. I get another interview for 2 hours. And I get offered the job. And I'm like, are you kidding me? But all during this time, this is the only job that has ever cared. Like, asked, you know, what do you need out of a job? Like, we see with your job history, like, I do have a lot of jobs for my career. And like, you know, we don't want you to have to keep hopping around. So what can we do for you? This is my lip stain. Basically, like, what can we do for you to make sure that you're happy here? So I was like, man, that was such a good interview. But like, again, I don't know. Kept on like praying for signs. Give me a sign. What should I do? And then, yeah, I get the job offer, making just as much, if not more, than I was making before. 100% benefits, all these like fun company things. And I'm like, eyeball. I'm like, this is my sign. And my boyfriend got the job offer, and we were like, you know what? Like, there is something calling us to St. Louis. That I was like telling somebody at dinner like a week after, and somebody walked by with a St. Louis shirt on, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, it's just one of those things where none of this would have happened if I didn't have this shitty job, you know, a couple months back. Like, I wouldn't have applied for a job in St. Louis. It's 2 hours away from my hometown. I don't have much experience in St. Louis. Like, my friends went here for college, but I don't really have anything else more than that. But, like, yeah, I wouldn't have applied for a job in St. Louis just because, like, you know, I am in Florida with my family. Like, why would I do that? But, like, if we have to fly home, we always fly into St. Louis. So, like, it's a good location for that aspect. Like, my family will come visit me. But, I don't know. It's not been easy figuring out, like, what we're going to do. My company was nice enough to let me start remote until we move. Which leads me to this. They were like, why don't you come out and we show you around the area and we will pay for you to book a hotel, flight, all that kind of stuff. So this is why I'm here this weekend. And this is kind of the kickoff to everything. Like, I don't know, I've had meetings with them. I think they're so cool. I really, really like them. They seem like they match my energy and I have not had that in so long. Like, my boyfriend was saying how good it is to see me happy again. And, like, that's real because I was so depressed. What I learned from my last job is not everyone's gonna like you and that's okay. Definitely see this move as a career stepping stone, building block for us in our careers. And also, like, we've never, you know, we lived in the same hometown, me and my boyfriend, and then he followed me to Florida. And I guess essentially I'm following him to St. Louis. But, like, this will be the first move that we don't have our families around and that we're doing together. You know, we've been together since high school. So it can be kind of hard to grow as your own person and not just, like, be exactly them, you know? A lot of high school sweethearts don't really change. And they're usually married by now. But for us, like, we really wanted to be our own people and find out who we are and know that if we find out who we are and we still like the person that we're with, then it's obviously meant to be. And that's just kind of been our journey. So I think this is going to be really, really good for us. Just like, that's insane. Again, I would have never thought that here we'd be, but you know, I'm just learning to fully trust the process of life, which is not easy at all. Going to the office today, gonna meet them all for the first time. Again, fucking nerve-wracking. I'm gonna try to look at apartments while I'm here, see what I can do. Our lease ends at the end of June, so it's like, that's less than a month away. And like the career aspect, like job market in Tampa for my field is just not the best. It's a lot of sales. Plus, like, all my friends moved away. The friends that I did make in the beginning, it was just very like, oh, let's go out and post this, let's post this. Like, whenever they say Tampa's trying to be mini Miami, they're not kidding. And so I just, yeah, it's kind of been like, I only have my family there, which is great, which is why I'm like, yeah, I could see us going back and like settling down there. But obviously it is not the best place to start your career. And I think that's just what we're both realizing. Like, the job that I got right now is something that, like, oh my God, I wish I could have got out of college. And I could have. It's just crazy. So yeah, I'm very nervous, very anxious. I'm gonna redo some of my hair and see what we can do from here. But that's been the update I've been hiding for you guys. So by the time that I post this, I guess I'm ready to talk about it. I'll be like, oh my gosh, your life looks so good right now. Why are you changing it? Yeah, again, I didn't talk about being unemployed, so nobody even knew. Like, oh, your life looks so good online. Dude, I'm charging my rent to a credit card. All right, fit check. Let's get it. H&M top, Calvin Klein pants, and my dunks. And my hair, curly. Today was a day. I will have to check in later. Drink at lunch. Just left happy hour. And then, if you guys didn't know, the Drury Inn gives free drinks from 5 to 7 and free dinner. I'm I'm not fucking kidding. So, did that. But a really good first day. Good morning. Woke up super hungover this morning. Got to see my friend last night, which was really great, but I think it was the margarita that I had. I got up, I had breakfast. Me wearing this white shirt is gonna be really, really risky today. Anyway, I ordered Advil to the hotel, and I took a little rest, went to bed, and I felt a lot better. So that's good. It's a really good day. I got a tour of the office. I met like a bunch of different like teams, and we all got lunch at this Mexican place, which was fun. And then we went to a happy hour after work. Got to go to this beer garden and got to explore the areas like around here. And like there's just so much to do. Like I was not expecting to have equivalent lifestyles from Tampa to St. Louis, but like there's like a farmer's market every single Tuesday, and like yoga in the park, and like all these families walking around town. It's like going really well with one of the team. Today I have meetings again. I think we're gonna do another event later, and then tomorrow I tour some apartments. So, second day, fit check. Wearing these pants, my white shirt, white sneakers, tote bag, hair, heatless curls. It's been a long trip. I will talk to you guys in the morning. Exhausted, so. Today is apartment hunting in St. Louis, so let's get it. It was only right to rep St. Louis. I'm so tired. I did allow myself to sleep in, which I don't regret, but a little bit do. I think this is probably the first day out of the whole trip that I feel refreshed, so. Got 7 hours of sleep last night. It's pretty good. Go downstairs, have breakfast, and then go to my first place. I will keep you guys posted. I'm not gonna give you guys the exact address or anything like that. Also, I'm not gonna give you guys a full tour. Just know that this one was really nice, but I realized I definitely am a new build girl, and I can't help it. Like, I think that you could make this space beautiful. There was so much room. I just cannot see myself living in an older building, and I hate that quality about myself, but at least I'm real. Kept on thinking about this outside part for Mo, my dog. There's no way. So, sadly was a no, but like I said, not a bad part of town. Next stop, I ended up stopping at the Lofts at Forest Park, which I do really like this place. Kind of a little bit over budget, not gonna lie, but just trying to figure out if we want a 1-bedroom, if we want a 2-bedroom, what exactly we need here. Trying to save money. That's the whole part about moving to the Midwest. So, Tampa's expensive, trying to save money, trying to build our careers. So is this the right move? But the view and the windows, I loved it. It was gorgeous. Now that pool, they said that's a full-size pool. I do not believe it. This is whenever I got creepy. We went into this house. Yes, it was occupied. I knew that. But they were supposed to clean up and stuff like that. There was so much trash you could not see to move. And the guy was there laying on his bed, which was a mattress on the floor, covered in trash. Terrifying situation. Do not go to this apartment. The poor lady, she was doing her job. I could not handle it. So I had to go back to my new builds. I went to Chroma, which again, this place was okay, but I'm not gonna lie, it was not worth the money. Definitely way over budget. But after that last place, I thought, okay, well, shit, maybe at this point we should pay more. Well, I just was not impressed with this. Could have been because the cleaning lady was there and I felt like I was interrupting her work. But as a whole, just didn't really like it. But the closet space right there, that was nice. Ventura, I had passed this whenever I was in St. Louis before. That's where you put your trash out. I just thought that was kind of weird. Either way, this place smelled like mildew, and they didn't have an apartment available for my move-in date. So I can go into more details on these apartments if you want me to show more. I definitely took more videos, but just not worth it for this video. Also, yes, I had to Uber every place, which was stressful, but that last place didn't have a tour, so I wasn't able to view it. I was really tired, and I just came to the airport because today took a lot out of me. I'm at the airport now, but I'm just highly exhausted.